Welcome guys, I hope you're doing great. Today we have built a software that basically a CLI tool that has three public actions from VM: read block number, get transaction count, and get balance. This is basically a CLI tool you can use to do all these three actions. I think it's a great piece of work you can include in your portfolio when applying for a job as a Web3 developer, because you are expected to know VM obviously, and this is built using the Ethereum abstraction interface VM. And I also use a small package that's called command line args for parsing the arguments here that I pass in our program. This is a makefile where you define all your commands you want to do. So this is basically a small overview what we did build, the result of the work. Okay, so I'm going to showcase you how it works. Let me run these commands and let's see how it basically works. So let's invoke this function here. So this line of code, so in the shell basically. Welcome to Viem CLI. Selected chain is the Ethereum. You can select a chain by passing a -b or --- blockchain flag in order to select the chain. I think this program is optimized for just, you can switch between Ethereum and base chain. Second, it shows you the action you want to do. Reading block, and in the end you will see the result in green. In the green it says block number blah blah blah. Okay, so this is what I have built, and you can use to showcase that you know something about VM, and it's a great piece of work, as I said, in order for adding into your portfolio. Get transaction count, it's the same. Get transaction count, you want to pass the address as well, and we are doing this here, and we are also passing the blockchain ID. And again, selected chain Ethereum, action getting transaction count, you have the address, and then transaction count 1. Get balance, same story, you have the address and you have the blockchain ID. So it's gonna display the balance of the address that you have passed via CLI. And it says balance is 0.0525 ETH. Cool. So let's go into the code and explore what I did here. So I basically created this entry file where I log title, log a divider, as you can see here. If I scroll up, no, I can. Let me rerun this. Just demonstrate you what this divider is. I think you already just anticipate what that is, but I will just show you like quickly. This actually failed because of the rate limit issue because of the RPC node. It's not the program issue, it's a public RPC we're using as rate limiting issues. So the public client that VM uses by default has rate limiting issues. But let me maybe call this function. Maybe on this function we don't have any problems. So 1 2 3. All right. So okay, it's fine. So this is the divider. Then we check. This is the divider. So then we check for a chain ID. Basically, we're passing the client option here, CLI option. Sorry, not the client option, where we define all the possible flags we want to use. And here is as I said, the command line args dependency we're using. So here, if the chain ID is undefined, meaning if the chain ID that was extracted is not a valid chain ID, then it's gonna throw an error. Else, it's gonna continue with the program. It basically logs out the selected chain name that was selected, because it gives you back the VM chain ID, not the chain ID, but the chain itself, basically with all the configuration with RPC URL and so on and so forth. Then you check if the CLI option is basically empty, like the CLI, the flag that's if there was no option selected by user or passed as a flag. And if that's the case, if nothing was passed, none of these actions, then we say, please provide an action. You haven't provided any action. And then if the user also passed the action, you have the client that's created based on the chain, it's passed. And then here we have if statements. It checks for whether the get balance was passed, whether read block number was passed, whether get transaction count was passed, and then based on that, in get balance, for example, it checks for whether the address is undefined or not, and if it's undefined, then please include address if you want to use the balance, and so on and so forth. So this is basically a small piece of work you can include in your portfolio. And I think it's a nice use. Like, you can also extend this as well, right? You can also add more actions. Add, for example, also add wallet actions, signing stuff, triggering transaction on the contract side, deploying a contract, and also this you can take this infrastructure as well and build Telegram bots with it, right? So this is not. It's applicable to many use cases. This is what I want to say. If you want me to share code with you in order for you to include this in your portfolio to land a job in Web3 space, just comment down below that you want to have the code so that I know I have the validation. Okay, people want the code, and I'm going to make the repo that I have private public, and I'm going to share it with you in my Twitter. Please, if you like this type of content, and if you like building or getting a small portfolio works in Web3 space, let me know. Drop down, comment below, and also please like and share the comment and subscribe if you like this type of content. And if you have any idea what I should do as next, please comment it as well. Thank you and have a nice day.